Fiberglass popularity. Why is fiberglass so popular even though we believe it should never be installed? Fiberglass is a weak insulator, won't stop air leaks, is not a vapor barrier, rodents love to eat it, pests love to nest in it. So why is it so popular? Fiberglass is cheap, quick, and easy. Cheap materials, cheap equipment to install it, installs very fast, anybody can do it. Have you ever heard of Owens Corning or Johns Manville? They produce most all fiberglass in the United States. These two companies are giant multi-billion-dollar companies that own much of the building products market. They get builders to buy their full line of products, the shingles, tar paper, siding, the insulation, and the list goes on. In order to get deeper discounts, what does the builder do? They spec out some OC or JM fiberglass. On the other hand, cellulose companies are very small and only do cellulose, so you won't recognize their names. More on cellulose in a minute. First, let's talk about the HGTV favorite, foam. Polyurethane spray foam is a plastic. It's manufactured on the job site. Materials are more costly than fiberglass. Foam rig equipment is very expensive to purchase and even more expensive to keep running properly. To operate a spray foam rig and install foam takes years to learn. Installing foam is very hard. We had a Marine tell us that the job was harder than boot camp. He couldn't handle it. The first years of Stellar, I learned and installed it all by myself. I felt like a ninja every day that I sprayed. Needless to say, I knew I couldn't grow the business effectively if I was also the one doing all the labor every day. The sprayers I hire are in the top 10% of the best in the country. And yes, they are young. It's rare to find a sprayer over the age of 40. It's just too demanding on the body. Cellulose requires stronger equipment than fiberglass. The material takes up more room, requiring a more costly rig. Installing cellulose is very dusty compared to fiberglass. Installing cellulose takes a lot longer than fiberglass. I had tried to hire several great blown insulation installers that flat out refused the job because it was cellulose. So again, we pay more to have guys willing to work with the product. Why do I like cellulose? Blown fiberglass has an R value of 2.2 per inch, whereas cellulose is 3.7. If you have a low-pitched roof, you can often get very close to the proper R value all the way at the top plates where your rafters rest on the top plate of your exterior wall. Whereas with fiberglass, you won't get the proper R value until you're a few feet away from the wall, leaving you with under-insulated hot spots along exterior walls. Cellulose is more dense than fiberglass, slowing air infiltration. It performs significantly better at a higher temperature than fiberglass.